Hi, I'm Kathy Dodson.
And I'm Jocelyn Lindsay. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Indie Insights, publishing tips and tricks in 5 minutes for those who'd rather be writing books than sign up for one more online summit.
No more summits. All right, Jocelyn, we've spent a lot of time talking to each other about how much easier it is to self-publish a novel today versus even a few years ago.
Oh my goodness, so true. So much easier because you used to need a whole bunch of technical skills before you could self-publish. There weren't programs, there wasn't software, there was no infrastructure to self-publishing. So you had to do it all yourself, or you had to pay a lot of money to bring somebody in who could do those things for you. But today, there are a lot of low-cost programs that let you publish a professional quality book, and those programs are really pretty easy to learn if you don't want to bring somebody else in.
That's right. And today, well, actually, over these episodes, we're going to talk about several of our very favorite programs that help you publish a quality, professional looking book that are relatively easy to learn. Today, we're going to focus on a program called Atticus. So, after you finish your novel, you need to format the interior so it doesn't look like a Word document. It looks like the inside of a book. And you can hire someone to do this for you. But that can be expensive. And you have to go back to that person every time you need to make a change. And sometimes you have to pay them every single time you need to make a change.
Yeah.
And they may not have time. And there's lots of issues with that, but it is possible. Believe me, you are going to find typos you want to fix in your document. You may want to change the back matter at some point. Jocelyn and I were talking about that earlier before we recorded, such as when you want to add your latest novel to the back of the book. So, Atticus is a tool that I've really grown to love. It allows you to format your novel with relatively easy to use templates and the ability to do some customization. The program is fairly intuitive and they have a bevy of training videos. You will have to allow yourself time to learn the program and practice using it, as you do with almost any new program. Atticus works for PC users, and there's a similar program for Mac users called Vellum. I've never used it, but I've heard it's just as easy to use. Atticus costs about $150, one-time price, and that's for ebooks and paperbacks. Vellum costs about $250 for the same capabilities. And both programs convert your manuscript after you've done all the interior stuff you need to do. They convert it into an EPUB file that's .epub and a PDF document. You need the EPUB for your ebooks and the PDF for your print books.
Yeah.
So
And either of these programs is going to make your life so much easier. Trust me, because once upon a time, back in these days before we're talking about this infrastructure existing, I used to format books in InDesign, the Adobe product, and it was really hard. And then Vellum showed up, and I had to wonder if I was going to steal my husband's Mac or I was going to have to buy my own. And I really didn't like the idea of doing either one. So then Atticus came and my life formatting books changed. So for somebody who like me can get really lost in the nitty-gritty details of book formatting, Atticus has these templates like Kathy was saying, and this ability to customize not all items, but the important items in the books you're formatting. And this is important because it keeps me from getting lost in the weeds of kerning, of orphans, of all of these details. Atticus does automatically, and I don't have to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I need to be writing books, not like obsessed over kerning. So I don't want to spend 10 years futzing around on details that no one notices but me. Ah, Kathy.
yeah, what will you explain what kerning is?
Well, it's all the little details of the spaces between the letters, the how what is the height of the letter. You're down into the deep typography of what a letter looks like. What do words actually look like? And orphans and widows is there one word the top of a page or one word on one line at the bottom of a page. So it's all these little tiny details that, you know, you don't want to think about. I don't want to think about. Nobody wants to think about except for somebody who's professionally doing this work.
Exactly.
And that's where InDesign is fabulous when you're really into the weeds. But when you just want to write and format and publish your book, because it's more important to get it out into the world and into the hands of your readers than futzing over these details, programs like Atticus and Vellum are perfect for this kind of work because they're intuitive to use. And like Kathy said, there are so many training videos, and you know, you may have to give yourself some time to learn it and to practice it, as you do with any program, but anybody can do this. It's very similar to Word. And you know, the other thing that I find really helpful with Atticus is it is so easy to get help. You can send an email and be talking to a real live person and not a robot on a phone really quickly. And they have great tech support. I have sent them email for all sorts of things. Because I just recently formatted my novel in Atticus, and I'm going to show you really quickly around the program so you can see what it looks like. But I have to share my screen, so that might take a second. We'll see how this goes. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Can you see it? Perfect. So when you first open Atticus, this is the home screen, and this is what you see. And from here, you can upload a book that you already have formatted in another word processing program like Word or Scrivener. They have files on how to make sure you're uploading a clean document to Atticus, or you can start a new book and start just typing right into Atticus. But up here at the top, you can go to your books, and I have 3 books here that are uploaded. There's my reader magnet, my novel, and then my mom's book, which I formatted for her. So since I just finished formatting Reunion, which is my book, we can open that and look at that really quick. You can see here, you have a space to type in. You can have, it will do all the front matter for you, the title page, the copyright page, the contents. It puts together the table of contents that are already clickable, beautiful. You don't have to mess with any of that in Word or trying to hand code any of that. You can have a dedication. You can move things around just by grabbing them. And then you have the body where all your chapters go. And then you have all of your back matter, acknowledgments about the author, all these things you want to put in, and it's very simple to add new chapters and new pages. You can just click here, and then they have all these templates, like we were saying. There's copyright templates. There's preset layout templates with forewords and prologues and epilogues. You can do a title page. You can do a chapter. You can do a full page image. So they make this really easy. And then once you've put all of your content in, up here at the top, you can either be in the writing window or you can go into formatting. We'll see if it opens. I got to do a refresh, and we should have it now. There we go. So then they have all the formatting templates. You can pick one or you can create your own. I took one that they had and I did some changes to it, but here you can see, like over on the right, it will show you what it looks like in an iPad, what it looks like in print, what it looks like on an iPhone, on a Galaxy, on a Paperwhite, all the different options. And then when you select one of these templates, it automatically updates all of the content to look like that template. And if you want to change things specifically within it, then you can just go in and edit that template. You can see over here, like the template I made for my mom has tennis shoes on it. And then let's see here if that opens up. So yeah, they make this so easy. And then when you're done with everything, the easiest of things, you can export it immediately as a PDF or export it as an EPUB. One of the tricky things with EPUBs is they are the text keeps rolling. On a PDF or a book, you have pages. In your ebooks, you don't. The text just keeps rolling, and that can get tricky to format in a program like Word or an InDesign. But here, Atticus just does it right for you. So I think that's enough. Unless Kathy, you think there's something else people should see?
There's probably not anything else people should see. I didn't learn this the first time I used it, but one of the great things about Atticus is those individual pages, say an end matter page or a copyright page. You can
Yes.
actually say, use this one for the EPUB and use the other one for the PDF print book.
Right.
And it's really great because then you can have hot links in one and not in the other. And so it's made by people who know books, who know what needs to be in there, who
Yes.
understand modern printing. And so it just makes a super great tool.
Exact. Absolutely. And like a table of contents, you don't need it in your print book. So I
Right.
can go right over here to the left where it says content, and I can include them in all ebooks only, print only, or none of them. And since I only want the table of contents in my ebook, I click it as the ebook. So really, you really only need one document. You're not uploading multiple documents for multiple formats. And that's huge when you are producing books. They just make this really easy. And I looked at Vellum years ago when like I told you, I was going to steal my husband's Mac. But it's been a long time, and I'm sure it's just as easy as this.
Yeah. So I think that's good with the sharing. And I guess one of the only other things I would say is if you're not comfortable learning a new program, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Pay someone to do it. There are plenty of people that you can hire, and lots of places you can go to find those people. But if you want to put in a little elbow grease, a little time, Atticus and Vellum make formatting easy. And so it's a great option that's out there for self-publishers that, Atticus wasn't there a year and a half ago, I think. So
It's really new. I mean, I would say it definitely wasn't there 5 years ago, or it's
no, it's only been
very,
there. I
yeah.
think they started at the beginning of 2023. So
Yeah. And so, yeah, the right now is a fabulous time to be self-publishing because there are programs like this to help you stay in control of your professional quality of your books. So,
come back and we'll share some more with you.
we have lots of tools we can share, like my zip tie here that's holding my microphone up on my
That
right
is
now.
like its own show.
Simplest tool ever, the zip tie. And with that, we've got to get back to writing, and so that we can finish these books. And you need to get back to writing so you can go finish your book and practice interior formatting. So like us, subscribe to us. We're here. If you have questions, let us know. We'd love to answer them. And I think that's
Exciting.
it. Bye.